What's up? 8 o'clock almost here, 7:53. We're out on the Buster Creek, taking the center to the Miller, 26 kilometer onto the Triple E for like 2.6, I think is what I read yesterday, if I remember correct. Just gonna pick up a high stage vessel, surprise. So it's watering the road. Fuck. Dry frozen track only. And then we gotta take that to Reska in GP. So yeah, I do like a lot of vessels coming and going from GP because we're short on vessels around Red Deer. So if you're thinking about starting up a company, might be a good idea. 2 empty heavies, 1 center. Seems to be a hot commodity right now, but it's not a case of you can't just build those in a couple minutes, you know what I mean? So yeah, we got like, I don't know, like 35 minutes. I'm gonna be extremely bit early, but I didn't know if I was gonna have to chain up or not, so I left early. Got the 24-wheel lowboy Scissorella. Grab up that vessel and jockey it back to Grand Prairie. It'll be all the way around on the south side too, so that kind of sucks. There's like, get back to Drayton tonight? I'm like, probably not. We have Sand Minion stuff tomorrow, so we'll see. Hopefully I don't get first cut early, you know? Haven't been down here since I think it was right here. We took the coil. 2 empty heavies, 2 center. Yeah, we took a coil in there. It's the last time I've been down here. It's been almost a year.
To a water hole on the curve there around 24 or something like that. I went real slow, but I didn't go slow enough, and there's a hell of a hole right in the middle. You can't see it. Okay.
2 empty heavies head into Sonova, stay at 17. Anyone coming out?
Nope, should be good. Empty 22 Miller.
Did you pick up at 1.5 on the TW?
Load of tank, leave it to Nova, stay to 17. Anybody coming in?
Yeah, 2 coming in here.
Okay. I'll wait at the entrance. Empty 23 Miller.
Loaded onto the Miller 26. Pick up.
Heavy coming in. I'll get you guys to pull right up off this side and I'll come out and meet you to sign you in.
What was that? Someone popped over you.
You come to pull right up off this side and I'll come out and meet you just so we don't block lease entrance.
Empty 24 Miller.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Load of tank, leave it to 17. Nova.
Being Spartans for the W. Half.
That's right.
snow shovel 4 seasons of the year.
I'll come meet you.
Body job, bomber 24, done.
Fuck me.
Jason Marmon, you got a copy?
Sorry, Billy.
No, you're good, buddy.
Just chaining down.
Loaded tank, 24 miles, 3 millers.
Loaded off the center on the buster, coming down 10-2. Wish I had a retarder. Womp. Open on my trailer. It's all clear at the bottom here at 10-2. You guys come around me so I don't slow you down for all the hills here coming up.
Okay, thanks.
What a nice guy. Probably wanted to buy me like a long time ago.
Loaded heavy for 3, crossing Baptist River Bridge.
Yummy. a big one. Heavy coming down 9-4. Welcome to another edition of Let's Make a Note.
Oh, far out, man. Hey, let's not. Alright.
Busted open a new pair of gloves this morning. Don't like that. Stay out there. Never does. No, I've never lost one yet. I have, okay, not my whole life, but it's happened. I've turned, it's caught like the air cylinder, some other shit. Blew an airline. I've had it fold around the side of the trailer because I turned way too sharp a few times too. That means nothing to me. This thing reads way weird. It's like 98 and 64, which, oh, there's a bunch of shit on there. I didn't see that when I loaded. It was all wet. Still kind of is. Just as I expected. How'd this get so loose? Whoa. Whoa. Here's some loons. That's kind of cool. Just a fucking mess. Wish I had some form of cover. That was easy to use, you know, to cover this. This is the downfall. Ow! Oh, I want to yell right now. Cross chaining is fucking stupid because there's no place to put your fucking boomers, and I just pinched my finger in between that chain and the boomer. Fuck. Get the fucking broom. Fuck. Retorquing this rim too, and it skipped the tooth, and I punched the ground right on my pinky. First thing this morning when I got here. Mad about that too. So we need to rebuild that piece of shit. Lots of stuff to get mad about through a day. How's the front stay tight, but the back's loose? Looks like they widened this a little tiny bit. That's nice. There's a lot of extra stuff. You don't get paid enough to be a wheeler, and you know what I mean? So much added BS. And when people get mad, they're like, he's not sweeping off his deck. The whole underside of this wheeler looks like this. Eventually dries as I'm going down the road. Go over some of Alberta's lovely bridges. And boom! Big chunks fall off. Happens to me and I try my best. Just so you know, most other people don't do this. Load it anyways. What a mess. How's the rest of the world looking? Good. We're gonna go through Drayton and we'll get some weights. I'll show you if it's legal. I think they said this one's not that heavy, so we should be good. Wish there were scales on both sides, you know? It's kind of a bitch to get out of here when it's busy. Maybe it won't be too bad today. So far I've been pretty lucky with getting out. Let's see what we got for weights, huh? I permitted 25 on the drives and 28 on the trailer. Well, I didn't. That's what the office put. They didn't tell me in the front. I got the permit, I'll look. My front's always heavier than what they put. Let's just call it 79. That's 78,880. Lighter than normal. Usually about 82. Whoa, pay attention. Too far. Urge. Trailer brakes. Let the drives equalize. 24. It's called 24,300. Please be 27 and some change. I think this is lighter than what they say. It is heavy, I can feel it, but this trailer is heavy. It's like half the battle is pulling this thing. Erp. Oh, fuck. Not even fucking close. Fuck sakes. Now I'm pissed. Ah, well, yeah, it got windy all of a sudden. Oh, 1 hour and 53 minutes. Smells like Valley View. Fox, pedal to the floor. Of course, there's fucking traffic. I'll give you a little shortcut out that way. If you're empty, can you? We used to call it Resources Road, or is that Resources Road at the end of this? You used to be able to cut over through the residential that way. Just barely touch the residential, which I'm sure it's fully developed now. That was 10 years ago. And then you used to come out where, when I lived on the north side, you used to be able to cut straight across the back there on some fairly decently big gravel road that was like a big whoop. Scared to go that way and look, especially when I have a wheeler. Comment below if you know some shortcuts to get back to 43, except going all the way around town and not going through the mill and any of those roads either. I'm pretty sure we are not allowed. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, and don't forget to check out merchandise. If you guys are looking for hats, you know, all that good stuff, we got flags, we got stickers. You have some sort of an idea, and I think it's a decent idea, I'll build it. You know, I'm just one brain here, so I can only think so hard. I know, it looks like I'm ripping, but I'm not. Okay, that was 40. Maybe a little fast, but it's racing the light. I made a whole bunch of Frank stuff, only because someone asked. So like maybe you guys were tuned in when it was like Frank era, and maybe you want something. So yeah, no big deal, I made it. It doesn't cost me anything to make it. It just cost me my time, Photoshop, trimming stuff up, making it look like it'll look good when it turns into an embroidery on a hat or vinyl sticker, you know what I mean? Take out all the business in the background and just try to have just the truck, maybe some kind of slogan or logo. I don't know, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. So, copy, over and out.